Welcome back to APU's News Weekly. In today's news, we bring you the latest on Facebook's scandal orchestrated by Mark Zuckerberg. This is not his first time in the news for an ethics scandal in regards to breaches of data, but yet again, here we are. Facebook was breached again, and 50 million users' data was compromised. The access point was found by Facebook's team in a View As feature online. The online site states they removed access from this function as soon as they caught the breach. However, this was too late for over 50 million people who were already affected by this lack of social responsibility on Facebook's behalf. Facebook put out a briefing on what all occurred and where they were at on investigating it. With a brief, "Our bad and we're sorry." It seems as though the company hasn't learned from past privacy breaches. The security of its users' accounts and personal data is not only an ethical responsibility, but also a social responsibility. As an online network where people's lives are posted and it is expected of the site to uphold their information and not compromise it, accounts are known to have people's name, date of birth, location, family members, and employment information, and many other things. Facebook has a responsibility as a business to protect its users and uphold their ethical responsibilities. Facebook did what it could once they knew of the breach, not only resetting the access tokens on the 50 million users' accounts, but they also located 40 million other accounts, making it a total of 90 million accounts that they saw vulnerabilities in. Businesses have a top priority, and that is not allowing data breaches to happen in the first place. There are a few things that Facebook could have done to prevent this from happening in the strategic planning phase. In planning, they should have done an asset inventory. This would have ensured that these vulnerabilities would have been found before these features would have been put out into production. This step alone could have prevented the bugs in Facebook's View All feature and prevented the breach from happening. Also, being a social media site, making sure all technology has antivirus software to keep any breaches from occurring through devices themselves. This is known as endpoint protection. The third thing Facebook could have done and should do is use vulnerability compliance management tools. This tool searches for any weaknesses in the system as well as continually monitoring it. Having a continuous monitoring tool in place in any plan or project is going to help everything run ideally and is essential when dealing with a social media site to protect from breaches. A breach would be caught at a much lower rate if the monitoring tool was being used. This would help protect the social responsibility of the company to prevent breaches from occurring. All in all, it's clear that the breach surely would not have reached the magnitude that it did except for the current lack of planning on Facebook's part. Facebook has security and IT staff that are in place to stop things like this from happening, but they failed to do so. Facebook has a strong ethical line that they really need to push within their company when it comes to safety and security of data, as well as their social responsibility. If changes don't begin to occur with their social media platform, it's going to continue to lose data users due to lack of security.